I'm Charlie Hilder, and I'm Supply Planning Manager for Innocent Drinks. So for my job, I manage the supply planning team. So we work with our factories to work out how much of our juice and smoothies we should be making on a weekly basis, and then getting all of that product from our factories into our supermarkets to make sure there's smoothies on shelf for when our customers want them. I love the fact that we get to work with loads of different teams, and it's really fast paced. My team is amazing, and there's a really good team spirit vibe, which for me is what matters most about working somewhere. And you really get recognised here for when you're doing really well, and it's great that we can have that as a team. So I studied business management at the University of Southampton. I really liked business management as a class at school, and I wasn't sure exactly what job I wanted to go and do in the long term, so I thought that was a good option to keep all of my options open and still go to a really great uni. I think having a stammer, when you have one and you're at a young age, it really makes you wonder what you can go and do. If I were to look back now, I would realise that it doesn't actually limit you at all, because also your stammer can vary. Every person's stammer will be different. Mine is so much better now, but still when I stand up in front of a room or answer a phone sometimes, it will be challenging. That actually, what I've learned is it's given me so much empathy for other people, and it's actually made me a lot better at what I do. So if I could go back and have my childhood again, I wouldn't actually take out having had a stammer. It's help me build better relationships with people and really value who my true friends are as well. And it's actually has set me up better for success in the job that I'm doing now than I potentially would have been if I hadn't had one. So it's almost just to embrace it and to not let that limit the decisions that you make. And if something scares you, do it anyway. And if it doesn't work out, then you'll learn from it. And there's nothing that you can't do. The world is changing. There's so much technology to help as well. So just pick a dream and go for it. I can't say having a stammer at work, and especially at Innocent, has ever really been an issue. I'm quite lucky that my fluency is quite good, so quite a few people don't recognise that I have a stammer. That does lend its challenges when I do a presentation. All of a sudden I do stammer. I find that when that has happened, there hasn't been any judgment. Like there has never been an issue, and I've also just been amazed at the unwavering support that's given when that does happen, to the point that we've had speakers in to work for my team as a wider group. We had Kelly Brown, one of the Scotland rugby players who has really bad stammer, who came and gave a talk about how he dealt with his stammer can be related to how you should deal with a business problem. And it's so amazing to see a business really take that kind of thing on board and see what learnings you can give. And so, yeah, it's never been an issue. And if it ever has been, it's been in my head rather than anything that's been put on by the business or my colleagues. I think they'll probably be quite surprised as to what I'm doing now. When I was 13, I could barely answer the register at school, let alone answer a phone call or do a business deal. And now I'm doing that day in, day out. I think they'd be really proud. But I hope it would give them a lot of hope as to what they can do in the future. So when I was around year 6, my stammer was really, really bad. I moved schools so that I had somewhere that had more support. I went through lots of different types of therapy, speech and language therapy, and what I really struggled with was not ever knowing anybody else with a stammer and trying to explain to my parents or even a speech and language therapist or my teacher what a stammer was and why I couldn't speak fluently. I found really challenging. So one of the reasons I really wanted to get involved with the charity is because I think it's so great that there's something out there for kids who were going through that period of change, or who are struggling, or those young adults who were making their life choices. And I would have been much more reassured as my 15-year-old self, knowing that my stammer wouldn't stop me doing anything in the future, and actually it could be a real benefit. So I'm so pleased that there's something more out there now, and it's something that I'm really keen to be involved in. I would say that I might have held myself back from having a stammer, like in terms of putting myself forward in terms of if it's speaking in front of a group of people or different activities which I thought would be more challenging. But as I've got older, I've learned to embrace those and do it anyway. Sometimes you can be a bit embarrassed by it, sometimes it can seem quite daunting, but the sense of achievement when you go and do something, even though you have a stammer, is so great, and I'm so pleased with all the things where I have taken that chance and gone and done something that I've been a bit afraid of. I've been really pleased that I've done it.